What's good, YouTube? It's Justice. I used to be Pay, and today I'm back with another video. Now, I am going to be talking about everything that just happened in the past like 12 hours between Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy, because this has just gotten crazy and just ridiculous. This beef has been going on for almost 4 years now at this point, and it's just getting weirder and weirder by the day, and it's not looking like it's dying down anytime soon. Now, I'm not going to give you a breakdown of how the beef started and every single thing that's happened in the timeline up until 2023. If you don't already get the gist of this beef, you're probably watching the wrong video, just being honest. I'm just keeping it real. I know I want more people to watch my videos, so maybe if you're confused, I'd want you to stay, but just being honest, bruh, if you don't know what's going on already by now, you're pretty late. So, what's happened recently is Lil Durk has announced a project, that project being Almost Healed, and he said he was going to drop it May 12th, 2023, which is today, this Friday, whatever you want to call it. And as a result of that interaction, Youngboy said that he was going to drop a mixtape the same day. Now, Youngboy had already announced that he was going to drop a mixtape after his album, Don't Try This at Home, but still, pretty interesting that he decided to drop the project on the exact same day as Durk. He could have waited a week, after, or dropped it a week before, but still he wants to drop it the same day as Durk and kind of go head for head. And Youngboy, for the first time ever in this beef, I believe, at least in my research that I've done, Youngboy mentioned Durk's name, and that's the first time either of them have directly mentioned the other's name when it comes to any sort of beef or anything like that. They've both been kind of sending shots at each other back and forth, but it's been like subliminal stuff. We all know who they're talking about, but they never directly said a name, so they could always play dumb, like, what beef with NBA Youngboy? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, DJ Academics is saying you and NBA Youngboy's beef is done. Is that true?
What beef?
Oh, so there's no beef.
Beef with who?
NBA Youngboy?
Shut up, more while.
But this was the first time that either one of them had mentioned each other's name, and Lil Durk basically got mentioned by Youngboy. Youngboy said, he's a bitch or whatever, and dissed him and Academics because Academics subsequently got involved by, pretending like Durk and Youngboy weren't beefing as like a joke on his stream or whatever. And so, yeah, Youngboy went at Durk on Twitter, told him not to drop, and told him that he only gets lit after one of his friends die, which is a big talking point that a lot of Youngboy fans like to use. So I thought that was pretty funny that Youngboy said it himself. So yeah, that kind of led up until today. There's just been a lot of anticipation. We're like, okay, Durk's going to drop, then Youngboy's going to drop, and, they're going to go back and forth, and, we'll see who has more sales, even though more likely than not it was going to be Durk, because Youngboy literally just dropped 2 weeks ago and has been dropping projects at least like once every couple of months for the past like year and a half. So we all knew that Durk would kind of outsell Youngboy in terms of just raw numbers, but we wanted to see who was going to have the better project and what they're going to say if they diss each other. They're going head to head, so who knows what was going to happen. Competition always brings out a lot of eyeballs, especially in rap. So everyone was kind of excited for Friday, but we all kind of knew this was going to happen if you've been paying attention to Durk's career whatsoever over the past like 5 years. And that what happened was that Durk did not drop an album. He did not drop Almost Healed. He pushed it back 2 weeks. He said he's going to drop it May 26th, I believe now is the date. So yeah, pushed it back by about 2 weeks. And he did drop a new album cover, which I must say is worse than the one he had before. The original album cover I thought was fire. I thought it was a great look, but this new one is kind of but whatever. It kind of reminds me of that one Young Thug album. I can't think of the name of it. It was a mixtape, or I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. But yeah. Okay, I just looked it up real quick. In the mixtape, for the Thug mixtape that I was thinking of was Slime Season 3. And the cover's not exactly a copy, but it just kind of reminded me of it. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of the new album cover change. But Durk did end up dropping something, and that was the song with J. Cole. And again, if you really paid attention to Durk, he likes to do this. He likes to say the album's coming out one day, and then when that day comes, he says, actually, I'm pushing the album back, and I'm going to drop this single instead. And we all kind of knew that was happening again. He did it with 7220, and I believe he may have even did it with the album The Voice. But yeah, we all knew this J. Cole song had to be the rollout single to his project, and I'm not mad at it. It all makes sense. And I think it's going to help boost his sales. I actually took a whole bunch of notes. I would show y'all, but you know how cameras be with the weird focus stuff. I took a whole bunch of notes on this, but yeah, I think in general, this does highlight the J. Cole song as a single, because a song as big as this song's probably going to be, you can't just drop that as like a a part of the album. You have to at least give it its own spotlight a little bit. So it makes sense that he did this and dropped the song instead of the actual album, like he did with the song Aha and the album 7220. This song was just a little too big to just be dropped as a part of an album, because you can make so much money and you can make so much attention. You can make so much money and you can make so much out of this song that to just use it as a song on the album is kind of a waste of its potential. And of course, because Durk moved back his album and Youngboy actually ended up dropping his album, people went on to say, oh, Youngboy scared Durk. Durk scared of Youngboy. Oh my God, Youngboy owned Durk again. Youngboy son Durk again. And to those people saying that is going to be a narrative, right? Like, there's no denying that. People are going to be saying that about Durk. He's scared of Youngboy. He was scared to drop. Youngboy dropped, so he tucked his tail and ran. But the people that are going to be pushing this narrative and that are going to be saying that weren't going to give Durk his credit anyway, and they've been in Durk's mentions telling him to slide for Von for the past 3 years. So these people that are going to be running with this narrative, Durk was never going to be able to please them anyway. He was never going to be able to get them on his side regardless. So him getting clowned by those people doesn't really change much, at least in my opinion. It doesn't really do much of anything for Durk. It's not harming him whatsoever, because the people that are going to be making fun of him and saying he's running from Youngboy and Youngboy owns him and all this, we're going to say that regardless. Even if he sold 1 million sales first week and Youngboy did 20K, they'd still find some way to discredit him and prop up Youngboy. So to people saying oh, Durk shouldn't have done this, Durk should have just dropped because now people are going to say he's running from Youngboy, those people were going to have something to say regardless. So it doesn't really matter in the long run, at least in my opinion. And I think all this does is help Durk sell even more, because even I was saying this when he first announced the project was coming out this Friday, because he announced it on Monday or something like that. I was like, Durk has been promoting this album kind of not super abruptly, but he's been kind of promoting this album, and it's starting to pick up steam in terms of people talking about it and people, speculating about the album. But I feel like it'd be too early to drop. This is exactly what I said on my podcast. I said, I feel like he just kind of pushed the boulder off the mountain in terms of promo, and it's starting to pick up steam, but it's nowhere near its peak speed. So I felt like dropping would be a little early. And I guess he said there, he saw the same thing as me and decided, yeah, we're not going to drop this Friday and we're going to wait. So that makes sense. I'm not surprised by that. And anybody that really paid attention to Durk isn't really surprised by that as well. And for the song All My Life by J. Cole, with J. Cole, I'll say the song was good. It was exactly what I expected. It was a good little song. It was, a little bit more mature in terms of in comparison to Durk's music in general. And I felt like it was a very commercialized song. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with making a commercialized song, especially when you're making a commercialized song to lead up to an album. You're trying to sell albums, so that makes sense. It felt like a song that was going to do well on the charts, and in terms of awards, maybe it might get nominated for a Grammy or something like that. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but that's just the type of song that it was. It's a very positive message. It's a very uplifting song. It's a very, just normally the complete opposite of what Durk's usually kind of rapping about for the most part. Even though he does rap about overcoming the odds and stuff, but it's just generally in a more positive manner on this song with J. Cole. J. Cole gives a pretty solid verse as well. So I like the song, and it's probably going to be a top 10 Billboard song. Maybe top 10, top 5, somewhere up there. Maybe it goes number 1 if Durk's really lucky and all this commotion has really given him the numbers that everyone thinks it will. And to move on, Durk posted a very interesting screenshot, and it was a screenshot of him DMing 6ix9ine. And Durk DM'd 6ix9ine, basically asking to fight him. And I'll read the DMs pretty much directly. I may bleep out certain words or not say certain words just because, it might be TOS. But he DM'd 6ix9ine, and then he posted it on his story, like I said. And he said, I don't want you hurt or dead. You a kid from the burbs. I got 50 million, my own money without help, to fight you on TV in Dubai. We can double the money, 3 rounds. Go talk to your rich friends. Let's set it up. September. Stop the violence, LOL. And of course, the stop the violence thing is a shot at Youngboy. That's what Youngboy was saying for the past couple of months. It's, kind of a tongue-in-cheek way to send a shot at Youngboy while DMing Lil Durk, because he eventually knew he was going to post the DMs. And then 6ix9ine responded and said, it's so funny because I know you on an album press run. You need anything to promote this album since NBA Youngboy not biting the bait. But I want to fight you for no money. P-word, for free. Come to Miami. Let's get a hotel and just throw down one-on-one. Now, I'm not going to lie. This sounds crazy as hell, 6ix9ine. I know you were probably just mad and wanting to respond to Durk because you want to fight him, but come to Miami, let's get a hotel and throw down one-on-one. Why do you need a hotel to fight somebody? I don't know. I don't know too much about these dudes meeting up and fighting people, but that was sounding kind of freaky. That sounds like a DM you might send to like Selena Powell or some, Instagram thought you're trying to fly out, but whatever. And then Durk responded and said, bait? Hotel? Oh, no, I'm cool. Enjoy your day. I'm not worried about cells. I just want to fight. I just want to beat your ass for some money. And, kind of just portraying it like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. This is all just me just wanting to fight. We have problems, so let's just fight it out. Let's not let anybody get seriously hurt. And, of course, Durk is trolling. This is clearly for promo. Nobody who sees this isn't going to think it's for promo, but it works. It works. And 6ix9ine is clearly still mad as hell at Durk. I'm not even really sure why he's mad at Durk. I feel like throughout their beef, if anyone was going to be mad at anyone, it'd be Durk being mad at 6ix9ine because he's been, dissing King Von and all his other dead friends. But it's like 6ix9ine really is mad at Durk. Like, he really does not like this guy. I'm not really sure why, but, whatever. But not Youngboy, but Durk did something that I knew he was going to do, and I knew he was going to do it. That's why I screenshotted it. And, he posted and deleted the DMs. He posted it and then deleted it like maybe an hour later. Like, he posted it right before the music was all about to come out and then deleted it after the song came out and stuff. And it's to capitalize off the hype and to get this whole thing trending, but also not giving 6ix9ine a whole bunch of attention, because obviously 6ix9ine loves attention. He loves beef. He loves this type of stuff. And Durk knew that 6ix9ine would respond to him. Durk knows that at any moment he can get 6ix9ine to respond to him. So he used that as promo. And now he deleted the screenshots, but they're still going to be all over the internet. He deleted the DM post, but it's going to be everywhere. And a smart thing that he did was posting it first before 6ix9ine got the chance to post it, because he got in front of the narrative. He was able to shape the narrative on his own, because if 6ix9ine would have posted it, he would have been like, oh, look at this bum, doing this for promo, doing this or whatever. But because Durk posted it first, he was able to shape the narrative. Now anything that 6ix9ine says in response is going to look like him giving Durk clout, or him being super mad at Durk, and Durk's under his skin, and Durk's under 6ix9ine's skin, and he's got 6ix9ine, out of character, and 6ix9ine's wilding out because of Durk. Like, he was able to shape the narrative by posting this first. So it was a pretty smart move. And again, it just shows that Durk has become a master of internet trolling. I'm not really sure when this has happened. I know Durk has been on the internet for a while and been kind of doing his thing, but now he is really like a master of internet trolling. Like, he's taking it to all new heights. And him posting the 6ix9ine thing was obviously promo and obviously to get people talking, but it's going to work. It's going to work regardless, because one, people want to hear about beef and they want to hear about 6ix9ine and Durk because they've been going back and forth for so long. And really, honestly, not really going back and forth, just 6ix9ine has been attacking him for so long. But also because he knew 6ix9ine would respond to him. 6ix9ine is so thirsty to beef with Durk. He's so thirsty to fight Durk or whatever. For some reason, I don't know why, really. I really don't know why 6ix9ine has this kind of obsession with Durk, really, low-key. But he knew that 6ix9ine was going to play a role. He knew that 6ix9ine was going to play the game with him. And so he got him to do that. He got him to play the game with him. And this is funny because this is the first time that 6ix9ine has been acknowledged by Durk since the Drake song. Durk gave him one verse. He gave him not even a verse. It was one bar. He said, please do not play that little boy in the club because we don't listen to rats. That's all he said about 6ix9ine since like 2019. And now all of a sudden, Durk has an album out. And now he's DMing 6ix9ine. And now he's posting the DMs on his page. Like, it's pretty obvious what he's doing here, but it's smart. It's smart. Now to move on to Youngboy. Youngboy has been wilding out on social media ever since Durk announced his album, and he said he was going to drop the same day. He's been wilding out. He's been going crazy, threatening people on Instagram Live, threatening academics, calling academics a fat bitch, which is pretty funny. But yeah, he's just been wilding out all over social media. And he's finally addressing Durk by name. And he's even commenting under Durk's tweets now. And it kind of feels like, to me, Youngboy got baited. Durk knows that Youngboy and this beef with him is selling. He knows that. He's not an idiot. And he wants to use that to his advantage. And by baiting Youngboy and getting him to come out and diss Durk and even drop on the same day that Durk was supposed to drop, he's kind of baited Youngboy out of his cave and gotten him mad. He's been poking the bear, and now the bear's finally responding, but the response is exactly what Durk has wanted this entire time. But I will say this. Youngboy has capitalized it off it as well. Youngboy has realized, or somebody's told him, or maybe he's realized on his own, but Durk has been baiting you, bro. Durk has been trying to capitalize off you. Durk has been trying to make you mad. Durk has been trying to set you up for all this time so you can respond to him, so you can help him sell his projects. You need to do something about it. And while Youngboy still did get baited into responding, he's taken it and said, you know what? You want to use me for promo? I'm gonna use you for promo. Let's go. Let's run it up. You want to beef? Let's take it there. Let's go all the way there. I'm gonna start mentioning you now. I'm gonna start tweeting at you now. I'm gonna start going on Instagram Live and talking crazy. I'm gonna drop my music the same day you're dropping your music, because if you're gonna use me, I'm gonna use you. Let's go back and forth then. Let's play the game. You want to play the game? Let's play the game. And that's what Youngboy's doing now. So even though he did get baited, it's not like it's all bad for Youngboy, because now he's capitalizing off it. Because I guarantee you, if he dropped this mixtape, maybe a week ago or a week after, without any of the stuff going with Durk, it's probably not going to sell as much as it is now. It probably wouldn't have gotten as much attention as it is now, or it wouldn't have gotten as many views on his music video that he dropped today as it is now. So while yes, he did get baited by Durk, I think in a way he's kind of bounced back and still decided to use the bait to help himself as well. He's using this beef to help himself, and he's not just getting kind of outsmarted completely by Durk. I still think Durk is coming out as like the better side, because he's going to end up selling more and going to end up profiting more than Youngboy. But Youngboy's not just like he's not just like a doormat, He's finally playing the game with Durk. Now, the mixtape that he dropped, I actually thought was very solid on the first listen. Now, obviously, again, it's my first listen, so I can't give you like a full review of the mixtape called Richest Op, but I will say I liked a lot of the songs on there, and it was pretty solid. So I think Youngboy, again, came out with a W of this situation, He dropped a very solid mixtape. A lot of people are going to like it, and I guarantee you this mixtape probably sells close to what his album just did. His album just did 60K. This mixtape will probably do like 45, 50K just because of everything that's happened around it and how Youngboy's kind of played the situation. So I think Youngboy did do stuff right in this situation. Like, he did do stuff right. He got baited, sure, but it's not all bad for Youngboy. He capitalized by dropping this project and dropping a pretty solid project as well. Now, on his project, on the song F the Industry Part 2, he started dissing people, of course. That's what Youngboy does. He disses people. He beefs with people. And that's just kind of his thing. And now first, he disses Drake, and he says that him and Drake had a FaceTime call, and Drake said that he can't mess with him. He doesn't want to mess with him because he makes music with Durk. He rocks with Durk. That's his guy. And he said that he likes Youngboy and he likes the stuff that he's doing, but he just can't mess with him because of Durk. And so obviously he goes at Drake for that and basically saying, all right, we'll stay on that side then. And then he also says that J. Cole was going to do a feature with him, but kind of like ghosted him or whatever. And that he's going to be very happy to see J. Cole whenever he gets to see him or something like that. Basically sending shots at J. Cole and low-key threatening him or whatever. And then he goes at Lil Yachty and calls him the F slur, and basically said he's mad over JT. And I didn't understand it at first, but I guess Youngboy fans have been saying that like JT and Yachty were messing with each other a while ago, and then like Yachty thought Youngboy was trying to get with JT, so he got mad at that or something to that effect. So I'm not really sure what's going on with Lil Yachty. That felt like the most random diss on the album, but I guess whatever. That's kind of just what Youngboy does at this point. But overall, I'll say the project was pretty solid, and I'm not mad at Youngboy for taking advantage of the situation, because he's been getting baited for a long time. And, he hasn't been always biting on the bait, but he has kind of been biting on the bait recently. And now he's taking advantage of the fact that, okay, you know what? We are beefing, and there's no way around it. There's no way of me just subliminally dissing you, because when it comes to the subliminals and the trolling back and forth, Durk's going to win that. So he's like, you know what? Let's just go head first. I'm just going to lean in with my forehead, and I'm just going to go straight through your chest. That's just what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to run through you like prime Marshawn Lynch. So I can commend him for that, because I think this is a better way to go about the beef for him than just like trying to do the subtle stuff back and forth, because he's not really going to win that battle. At least in my opinion, I don't think he's going to win that battle when it comes to like measuring it upon like sales and public perception. But that's pretty much everything that's happened in the past 5 to 6 hours. And it's just been crazy, just absolutely nuts. Everything is it's just wild. But I've came away with a couple of really like key main points, like 4 or 5 key main points from these situations. And the first one being that Durk got what he wanted. I think Durk finally got what he wanted out of this beef. He's really getting a lot of attention. The album that he's going to drop is going to do even more numbers than it was going to originally do if he dropped it this week. And I will say, he just boosted his sales by a lot. He boosted his sales. He boosted the attention. Everything surrounding Durk by a lot. The conversation surrounding Durk. Everything about Lil Durk is even like 5 to 10 times harder than it was like 12 hours ago compared to now. Like he's handled this kind of masterfully, and he's become an internet master. And I think he may have just boosted his sales by like 20 to 30K, maybe even, because of everything that's happened in this past couple of hours and what'll happen in the next couple of weeks as he continues to promote this album. I'm sure he'll drop some other snippets and, finally drop a track list, and, he'll have features from Drake and Lil Baby or whatever. But I think everything that has kind of played out here has worked in Durk's favor, even if it doesn't seem like it, Even though, he's going to be getting clowned by Youngboy fans. Oh, Youngboy owns you. Youngboy did this. Youngboy did that to you. He scared you off. Everything that happened today does kind of favor Lil Durk in the long run, even if it doesn't favor him as of right now. The second point I came away with is that Youngboy did get baited, and he wilded out, but he did take advantage of the beef. So it's not like, he's just completely inept and just doesn't know what he's doing and just completely getting clowned by Durk. Like, no, he's playing the game with Durk now. He's finally starting to play the game and not just be used as like a prop. Like, oh guys, look, I might say something about NBA Youngboy on this album, like kind of Durk. What Durk did with 7220, where he was hyping up the beef with the song Aha and other stuff, and it's like, oh, I'm definitely gonna address the Youngboy beef on this album. And then the album comes out and he doesn't address Youngboy at all and doesn't address the beef at all, and kind of just baits people into listening. Well, not just people into listening, but baits people into thinking that there may be something about the beef on there. So they go and check out the album, they rush to see, and they listen, and oh, there's no Youngboy. So Youngboy has been getting baited for a while, and Durk has been using him not even just as bait for Youngboy. He's been using Youngboy as bait for the fans. He's been using Youngboy as bait for people to come and listen to his stuff. So it's good to see Youngboy's playing the game now. And then the third takeaway I have is Durk has become a master of promo and trolling. He has. He's become a master of promo and trolling. The stuff with 6ix9ine, the stuff with Lil Durk, like, this is the first time Durk has mentioned 6ix9ine in like 4 years. And it's not by accident. So I'll say that Durk has become a really, really smart master of the internet. And he's become a pretty good troll. And he just knows how to play the game at this point. He's been in the industry for so long. He knows how to play the game. And the fourth point I have is Youngboy is okay with the industry not liking him. But if we're being completely honest with ourselves, Youngboy is the main reason why the industry doesn't mess with him. Like, it's not just completely, oh, I don't know why all these guys don't mess with Youngboy. Youngboy doesn't like these people. Youngboy does not mess with these people. So, yeah, the industry is kind of, I don't know, kind of cold off the idea of Youngboy. The industry does give him the cold shoulder at times, but it's not like it's just out of nowhere. Like, we kind of have to understand that, yeah, Youngboy's done a lot of this stuff himself. Like, he just goes at people so quickly and starts dissing so quickly and starts the beef and, is ready for beef and just takes any sign of any sort of slight and just takes it to the moon. So it's like, yeah, the industry doesn't mess with Youngboy, but Youngboy does not mess with the industry either. So it's give and take, but we can't really blame anyone but Youngboy for the way that the industry oftentimes treats him, including other rappers or labels or radio hosts or podcast hosts. Like, you got to be realistic and realize that, yeah, a lot of this stuff is Youngboy's fault. And the final point I'll come to is I don't expect Cole or Yachty to respond to NBA Youngboy's diss. I just don't see them doing that, especially J. Cole. But I do see Drake possibly responding. And I think it'll be a subliminal diss, but it won't be like a diss like going at Youngboy, really. It'll be kind of like a, man, I'm disappointed in you. Like, you one of my favorite artists, subliminal diss. Like, I have so much love for this kid and this kid hates me. Like, something like that. You know how Drake likes to spin things and make himself feel like, an older statesman and something like that. I could see Drake doing something like that. And if J. Cole would respond to Youngboy, which I doubt he will, he would probably respond in that manner as well. So don't expect them to respond, but I could see Drake responding with a subliminal diss that's kind of like, man, I really have love for this kid, and I'm sad that he's acting like this. Like, something like that. I don't expect Drake to start dissing NBA Youngboy in a way that's like he was dissing Meek or he was dissing Pusha T or anything like that. I just don't see Drake responding to Youngboy that way. But, man, what a crazy, 12 hours or so for the Durk and Youngboy beef. This is just insane. This is like an episode of Dragon Ball Z. It's like, what'll happen next on Dragon Ball Z? What are we in for next? What's the next saga? What's the next series? What's going to happen next? Who knows? This whole thing has just been crazy over the past 4 years, and it doesn't die down. It just gets more and more popular as the years go on. It just gets more and more publicity, more and more people talking about the beef, and more numbers, more and more money coming in. So I guess that's a good thing. I don't know, but just a crazy, crazy like 4 or 5 hours. And I think this is all going to help Durk sell a lot on his album. I think he may crack that 150 now. He may crack that 150. You know, I may be wrong, but he may get there. But if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a subscribe. If you disagree with anything I said, let me know why down below in the comment section. Let me know why I'm an idiot and why actually Durk's going to sell 40K and Youngboy's going to sell 2 million on his first week sales for this new mixtape or whatever. I don't know. Just do your thing down below in the comment section. If you watched this video, I enjoyed. I thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, thank you so much. Have a great day. Be blessed. Be safe. This took so much effort to take these little notes and edit this video and to try to put it up as soon as possible, literally the same day as all this stuff has happened. So if you can leave me a like and a subscribe for my, decently hard work, I greatly appreciate it. But besides all that, have a good day. Be safe. Be blessed. Peace.